bring out the tinfoil hat for this. I can what they call them, a Jewish hat. Oh! I've brought out the tinfoil hat, boys, because I'm gonna do a tier list for conspiracy theories. Now, if you don't know, there's been a trend on YouTube recently. We make these tier lists. All started from my boy iDubbbz. May he rest in peace. It all started with him. People have been doing them. I saw one, you know, doing about YouTubers, all that lot. But I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one about conspiracy theories because I fucking love a good conspiracy theory. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. It's not gonna make a good video of this anyway. This is the second video I've made that's to do with like tiers. Alright, first one off the bat, we'll go for the moon conspiracy. Right. I feel like the... Oh, alright, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. I fucking love a good tinfoil hat. See, the government can't read my mind now. Okay, right. So, as I was saying, I've picked off some of the most, how do I put it, simplest conspiracies. Your entry-level conspiracies. The ones that, like, that's better, isn't it? I've picked off some conspiracy theories that are like your entry-level conspiracy theories. The ones that like aren't too in-depth. Like, I don't want to talk about ones that are crazy. I'm talking about ones that, you know, your first grade conspiracy theories, the ones that you get into at the start. There's a big journey. There's a big well that you fall down. Like, you start off at like the moon landing, and then you can really carry on down that train until you're investigating school shootings like Alex Jones. But we're gonna keep it light. We're gonna keep with some easy conspiracy theories, just the simple basic ones. Okay, straight off the bat, moon landing. The moon landing. I don't know what to think about this because I have mixed opinions on it. It wouldn't surprise me if it was fake. This is your entry-level conspiracy theory. The first conspiracy theory that anyone ever gets into is the moon landing fake. It became a joke. It became a meme. Is it fake? Only God will know. I don't know where to put it. It's a good one to get into. There's a lot of science behind it. It's a very good conspiracy to get into. I'm gonna put that on B tier. B tier. It's B tier. It's very believable. There's people like Eddie Bravo. If anyone knows who Eddie Bravo is, my boy Eddie Bravo, he's very like, he always says they faked 6 moon missions, how can you believe NASA, or whatever he says. He always says that. Like, there are people who genuinely don't believe that it went to the moon. I am skeptical, but I feel like there's no hard evidence on either side of the conspiracy. On the main, I played a lot of Kerbal. I played a lot of Kerbal space programs, so I understand the science behind it. But I think the conspiracy theory, the information from the conspiracy theory, does have some valid points. Don't know if they can be debunked or not, but I would say it's a B. It's B. It's your first one you get into, definitely a B. The next one I should get into. The next one is vaccinations. Right, this is mainly an American thing, but a lot of Americans think vaccinations, or I think it's something to do with control. They make people docile. Vaccinations, conspiracy. Spell that wrong. Because anti-vaccination, like, I know a lot of people believe in some sort of like anti-vaccination conspiracy, but I don't know, because like the thing is, it's like vaccinations do help. It's no question about it, but it's like, is there another side to it that we don't know? I don't know, man. I'm gonna give it something low. I think there's a bit of evidence behind it. I haven't looked into it that much, so I can't judge it that much, because I believe that vaccines are a good thing. Like, they have eradicated loads of fucking, they eradicated polio, didn't they? Not right sure. I would say D. Definitely not a bad conspiracy theory to get into, but not great. What's another one I can get in that I can start off with? Okay, chemtrails. Right, chemtrails are a solid one. There's not that much evidence behind it, but I get why people think that. Like, the Kurtz Kasarg made a good video on it, saying that like powerful people breathe air, so why would they put chemicals in chemtrails that make people? Because the conspiracy theory is that like chemtrails give people cancer, they give people, and it's a way to maintain the population. There's a way to control the population, not just get it out of hand. There's not that much evidence behind it. I know that there's another part of the conspiracy theory that say it's used to control the weather, which can kind of be true because when after 9/11 happened, when all the planes got grounded, the daytime was 1 degree warmer and nighttime was 1 degree cooler, and that's because there were no planes in the sky. And also, I know that in Saudi Arabia, they use these like chemicals, like silicon or something, that is sprayed from planes to make clouds and make it rain. Make it rain, way, like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna put it in chemtrails. I'm gonna put it in a C. Because it's better than vaccines. I think there's a bit more of a point to it, but I don't think it's legit. There's no. But I need evidence. I need evidence. Either way, I need evidence. Okay, the next one, Illuminati and secret groups. I think they're real. Why would it not be real? If you're a billionaire, why would you not want to be in the Illuminati? How do I say it? Illuminati. I can't say it right. Illuminati. Illumination. But I don't know. I don't believe there is like the Illuminati. I can't say it. I feel like a retard. I don't believe there is like the legit Illuminati, like with the I in the group, but there is like secret groups out there. The what's it called? The Bullington Grove, the Thingy Grove. There's a lot of that stuff. Hang on. What's it called? The Bullington Grove. No, it's not that. Fuck's sake. Bohemian Grove. That's it. The Bohemian Grove. See, the Bohemian Grove's a weird one. That is weird. And I'm umbrellaing the Bohemian Grove and all this lot into the Illuminati. So I'm gonna put that in A because I do think there are secret groups out there, without a doubt, that are like pulling the cords, like pulling the strings of society. I believe it, definitely. What's next? Lizard, right. While we're on that, I'm going to say lizard people. This is where it gets a bit weird. There's a conspiracy theory that everyone like Hillary Clinton, possibly Donald Trump, a lot of them are lizard people. Absolutely not. Like, I don't believe it at all. But I do believe, metaphorically, that they are lizard people. Because you have to get into that position of power. You have to be fucking crazy. You have to be socially and mentally fucking mental. You just have to be mental, because who the hell would want that job as president or a prime minister or like a leader of a country? Having to, like, you can't even sleep. You can't sleep because you're being woken up by some fucking bomb threat or some shit. Like metaphorically, they are definitely lizards. But conspiracy theory wise, like this picture says, they are definitely not. They're not. No, I don't believe the lizard people one at all. I think it's very unreliable. I'm gonna put that in E. E, 100%. Let's go to something a bit more juicy. JFK. E with fucking go, boys. The more you look into it, no matter how much you believe the official story, the more you look into JFK, the more weirder it gets. I really struggle to believe it. I would say that is it's in between S and A tier. I'm actually going to put it in between S and A. I'm going to put it in between because it's fucking difficult to say. Actually, we'll put it S. Yeah, because there's a lot of evidence behind it. It was a very hard shot. There's a lot of documentation that came out saying that there was something going to happen on that day between government officials. It's very interesting to look at. There's like a book, can't remember the name of the book. There's like a book that just opens it all up and just tells everything. If you asked a lot of Americans this who have looked into it, they would pretty much say it's a given that it was an inside job. It was what they call a coup d'etat or coup d'etat. I think you call it a coup d'etat. Mass overthrow of existing government. That's what like a lot of people have called it, like a coup d'etat. And I believe it. I 100% believe JFK was an inside job. He had too many enemies. The mob wanted to kill him. The military industrial complex wanted to kill him. I think it was like LGBTQJ, whatever he's called, Lyndon Transgender Biden Johnson, whatever he's called. He wanted him dead. So it wouldn't surprise me if they killed him. It won't be the first time, I don't think, as well. Flat Earth. Fuck Flat Earth. F for Flat Earth. Because if Flat Earth is fucking stupid, there's a lot of science behind. I understand the skeptics. I understand people who say, don't believe what you're told, especially in science books. Don't believe what you're told like this. I understand that. But no, Flat Earth is fake as shit. Like the Earth is round. If it were flat, surely I could just go to the top of like Ben Nevis or a hill and I'll be able to see see like the top of Everest far in the distance, because it wouldn't fade out of sight. Like it wouldn't go over the horizon. And what if like you watch the ship? Like when ships sail into the horizon, they disappear from bottom up because they're going over the horizon. It's like they're going over, they're disappearing. So, nah, it's fake. F tier. Like, that's a bit too crazy. That's when you've really cracked and you've really dove into fucking conspiracy theories. That's too far. I don't believe them at all. I'm gonna I'm gonna go to aliens first because, I'm gonna go to aliens. Aliens, they're a fun one to get into. Aliens I'm putting under, like, when I say aliens, I'm saying Area 51. I'm saying, like, just aliens in general. I don't believe it. I'm just gonna see if this is still recording. Yeah, I don't believe it. I know some people definitely get into it, like Americans love to think aliens are real. But on the other side, I can understand the science behind intergalactic travel and interstellar travel. I understand how far the distances are and how fast you would have to go and just the difficulty in that. Like, even if you're traveling at the speed of light, I think it would still take you 80 years to get to the next star system. And chances are there's no life there, and the chances are there isn't. For the like, I do believe that there will be aliens somewhere in the universe. I just don't think they've been able to visit us. No chance. Like, I could be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It could have happened, but I really don't think it has. I really don't think it has. So I'm going to put this. I'm going to put it at the bottom. It's not as ridiculous as lizard people. Can I say these two are fucking stupid? Like, if you believe that people are lizards and the earth is flat, you're actually fucked. You're not in your conspiracy theories. You're just wrong in the head. Aliens, though, I'm going to have to put that with I want to put it in D tier. I'll put it in D tier. It's like D and E. It's in between D and E, but I'll put that in D. On to the final, my favorite one. The one that has changed modern society forever. You'll know what I'm talking about. 9/11. Now, 9/11, as bad as it sounds, is in its own fucking tier. It's gonna be up here somewhere. I'm gonna put it in S, but no. I 100% believe 9/11 was an inside job. There's so much evidence. There's so much scientific evidence that goes behind 9/11. There's, like, I was one of them people who didn't look into the conspiracy theory and thought, how could a government hide a secret like that? But they hide secrets like that all the time. They've hidden secrets, like they're hidden secrets about wars. They've hidden, like, weren't we in America was in Vietnam for like 4 or 5 months with like 30,000 soldiers, and that none of the public knew. I think I could be wrong about this. I probably am wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure the US government took in US soldiers to Vietnam and like invaded part of Vietnam without the US public knowing. And that was thousands of soldiers. How would they keep that a secret? This probably was organized by few people. They could easily keep a secret, especially for something so massive. So that 9/11 is straight to the top. That is going to be in its own tier. I'm gonna have to make my own tier for this. Right, yeah, boy, here we go. Right, that is what you fucking want. I respect people, but I have to admit, I understand people who don't believe the conspiracy. Like my parents have been to New York and they were like, how can you believe it's conspiracy? And I'm like, I understand people don't want to believe, but the US government lies all the time. All governments do, because they're empires. It's like the Roman Empire. I can't draw this line, me. I wouldn't believe this. It's like the Roman Empire. They are trying to keep control of the people, and they're trying to invade. There's Middle Eastern Empire, Russian Empire, United States Empire, all in one giant war that's all to do with money, all to do with oil. 9/11, inside job, 100%. That is your entry-level conspiracy theory. When you watched World Trade Center 7 collapse due to fires, what building collapses like that due to fire? Like, I can look at that, never. There's no way a building like that collapses with nothing hitting it. A lot of it's sketchy. If you really want to like go deep into it, you want to look into what happened to the planes, like the one that landed in Pennsylvania. I want someone to show me pictures of the wreckage. Like, I want someone to show me pictures of the wreckage. Like, if you look at plane crash wreckage. If you put plane crash wreckage, just of like any plane crash, like it's shit like that. You have giant pieces of fuselage, but you have debris, rubbish everywhere. You have huge pieces of fuselage, like massive, big chunks, like that one that fell in Ukraine. Oh, I spelled Ukraine wrong. Like you would have giant pieces of engine, wheels, stuff like that, like things that are huge. If you type in like plane wreckage flight 93, which is the one that landed in Pennsylvania, that one's not that. I'm just gonna let you know that's like a fake one. It's just pieces like it's just like that. It's like, what the hell is that? I could have put that there. I find that you find that on the street where I'm from. Like there's no actual like, but it's just pictures like that. It's like, where is the wreckage? You would see like giant pieces of fuselage, unless it all just evaporated. You know, it's a shame. I mean, RIP to everyone who died in it, but definitely orchestrated. Like, where was the plane wreckage for that? I just want someone to show me a picture of like, you know, big chunks, tail fins, wings, shit like that from Flight 93. There's no pictures. It's just like a mold of dirt. Like, if I got into a car crash, it would cause more debris than that. Like, what is that? It looks like a missile hit it. It doesn't actually look like a fucking plane crash. This isn't 9/11. I can even search. If you search it, it comes from. It's not actually a thingy, but that's like an Indian flight, I think. I need pictures of the wreckage. I just need pictures. Well, I think that was it. I think that's it. My camera stopped filming 3 times during this video. I'm gonna put this in. My brain's not working at all today. Right, like that. Yeah, and then we'll just go like that. Right. Text. I'm gonna put it in. I think it's Arial. I can't tell what the thing is. There you go. SS. Nazi salute. Yeah, 9/11, that is your one. Well, that's my tier. I didn't really have any good reasons behind these. I just felt the ones that are most interesting. That's how I've done it. The one that's got the most weight behind it. Like, there's a lot of evidence. Like, the architects and engineers for 9/11 truth. Google that if you want to look into what this is, into that conspiracy. JFK, there's a lot of evidence behind. The Illuminati groups, there's quite a few. It's a bit of an old 70s thing. The Bohemian Grove, which I'm putting in with secret groups. Like, there's evidence for that being a thing. It's very old though. Like, if you think about it, if you were like a billionaire, of course you're gonna have friends who are also billionaires. Like, it's not that crazy. The moon landing, there's quite a bit of evidence behind that, but there's also a lot of like debunking, and there's a lot of people who just don't understand the moon landing at all. Like, they just don't understand it. So and yeah, flat earth is stupid. Like, flat earth, like, it's not equal. You can't have a flat earth. So well, I think that's it. All the rest of them, you know, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. If you want, say in the comments if you have anything else different. If you just think I'm crazy, comment it. If you think this video was shit, don't actually comment it. I know this video is shit, so you don't need to comment it. Subscribe. I'm just trying to make videos. I'm bored. There. The government can read my mind now. Okay, thanks for watching. Peace out, my niggas. God, I look like shit on this.